Hello, this is Dr. Kimberlee Mendoza, and this is Blue Fire Faith, and I'm so glad to have you here. So I want to talk to you a second. I don't know about you, but I love dessert. I love snacks. I love fast food. Dessert, it's, all about pies and cupcakes, and I love those chocolate donuts. I'm a big popcorn freak, love it. And I love fast food as well. I won't throw out any names because I don't want to get anybody, in trouble or anything, but I love fast food. And what would happen if that's all I ever ate? If all I ever ate was snacks and junk food and I never put anything healthy in my body, how long do you think I would last? I don't know if you've seen the movie Super Size Me, but in there, he just eats fast food for a month or something like that and starts to develop disease type symptoms. His blood pressure and his, sugars and everything, they start to go bad. And he was trying to eat a lot of the healthy stuff and he still got very sick. And so here's where I'm going with this. We worry about our body and what we put into our body to make sure that it's healthy and we're doing well and we feel well and we don't get diabetes or cancer or obesity or any of the things that come with if we just ate junk food all the time. But what are we feeding our soul? What are we putting into our soul? Are we just eating junk food? Are we every day bringing in worldly stuff and not ever feeding our soul the healthy things that it needs? The Bible even equates it, to milk and meat, and we need the meat of the word in our bodies, and we need to be praying and in presence with the Lord. And it's funny because a lot of people don't realize how important it is and what you are doing and what you're feeding your soul. Let me give you an example. I had a youth leader years ago. We went and played broom hockey. I don't know if you've ever done that, but basically you get on your tennis shoes and you run around and play hockey with brooms on ice in your tennis shoes. It's very dangerous. Somebody always gets hurt. I think even my husband fell down on the ice one time and got hurt. It's very dangerous. Well, my youth leader fell on the ice and he hit his head and he was brain dead. And they got him to the hospital and he was completely brain dead. They said there was no activity, and yet he was singing worship songs. There was no excuse for it. They said he should not be able to do that. And what that told me was what we put in with music actually goes to our soul. It's not even about our brains. It's about our soul. And I have seen that when people listen to a certain kind of music, their attitudes change. I even have a friend that went through this 40-day challenge, and he stopped listening to secular music, and he said that he found that his spirit was just different. And that's what we need to do, is feed our soul things that are healthy. Junk food once in a while is fine, right? But if that's all we're doing, then obviously our souls are not going to be healthy, and we're going to have issues. Zig Ziglar in 1926 said, whatever you put into your mind becomes part of the total you. And I thought that's really powerful, that whatever we're feeding ourselves is becoming who we are. And maybe you don't even really know Jesus. Maybe just going to church is a thing that you do and you haven't really experienced that one-on-one relationship with Christ. I actually had a professor one time say, if you are not really seeking God and wanting to be his friend, then you don't really love him. And I started thinking about that. Think about this for a second. If you were in a relationship and you never wanted to spend time with that person, and how long would that relationship last? It wouldn't last very long if you kept saying, I just don't have time for you. I don't have time for you. Well, our relationship with Christ is the same way. If we don't ever spend time with him, how do we think we're going to develop that relationship? Do we truly love somebody if we don't want to spend time with them? Powerful thought when you think about it. So we have to feed our spirit healthy things. We have to spend time with the Lord. Philippians 4:8 says, finally, brother and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. So we are called to live a life where we're dwelling on things that are of the Lord. And I think it's really important that we get to that place where we really want more of him And the reason why Christians are living such lukewarm lives is because nobody is really tending the fire. It's burning out. They are happy with their lives. They go to their church on Sunday, and then the rest of the week they do whatever it is that they do, and they don't really think about the consequences of that. And your relationship with Christ cannot grow if it is not a daily walk, if it is not something that you are constantly doing. And it's not easy. The Christian life is not easy. If anybody tells you the Christian life is easy, they are probably lying to you. It is not easy. However, it is worth it. And once you start to really invest in it, you start to see just things happen in your life. And the closer you get to Jesus, the more you get to experience on the positive side of Christianity. It's really awesome. But I have 2 more verses for you. I want to give you Exodus 23 says, "You shall have no other gods before me." And I told you last video that if there's something in your life that you're not willing to give up, you need to ask yourself, has that become a God for you, that you're not willing to give that up for God if he told you to? And then the Matthew 10:39 says, "Whoever finds their life will lose it. Whoever loses their life for my sake will find it." And like I said, Christianity is not easy, and this is not a video to be a downer. This is a video to hopefully encourage you to want to spend more time with God, to want to have a relationship with Jesus Christ. That is the difference between Christianity and every other religion, is it's a relationship. It should not be this drudgerous thing I have to do. It should be like, oh, I can't wait to go spend time with my best friend. And so hopefully you can get to that place and start to really experience Blue Fire faith the way we are intended to have, a faith that is a fed spirit that's healthy and strong. And then when the enemy comes at you, it won't even affect you because it's so powerful and strong. It's kind of like my son. He was in martial arts, and he was a black belt or close to a black belt, something like that or whatever. And anytime we would go out and walk, and we lived in San Diego, it wasn't the best neighborhood, but if we'd walk down the street and he was standing next to me, I had no concerns or worries at all, because he's stocky and he was pretty powerful. And so I knew he could protect me. And so that's the same thing here, is that if your faith is strong, when the enemy starts to come at you, if you're strong and you're powerful and you're in shape, you got no worries. So anyways, that's my message for the day. I hope you have a great one. You take care. God bless. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.